in Tokyo, and I'm interviewing Sean Tate here. And he's with Sean Anime, and you can see in the background here, making a comic lesson and many lessons. We have many questions for him today. So thank you for joining Ron here in Tokyo. Okay, Sean, welcome to the show.
All right, thank you, thank you. Thanks for the introduction.
No problem. I'm really excited looking at your site. There's a lot of energy. Where do you get the energy to put all these how to draw things? Where do you get that energy?
I guess it's the kid in me, and I like working with like youth. So I teach at a school, a performing arts school, giving free art lessons at Gibson School of Music and Arts, and yeah, I just like being able to run into other young people like me and be able to teach them how to draw and stuff like that, because I know that when I was a teenager I would have loved to have some sort of art guidance and stuff like that. Like, I come from a family of artists, but it would have been really cool to have like a mentor specifically into the things that I want to do, which is animation and illustrations.
Yeah, I think that's going to kind of, and you'll get my style as we go along. Just briefly, are you noticing a response to more students, especially diverse students, responding to art at this time?
Yeah, I am actually. It seems like it's becoming more diverse, and one of the things that's helping is that we're seeing in the world of animation and comics more more different races and diverse of people being involved as heroes and stuff like that. So now people are able to see themselves, see their image of themselves in these series or in these creations that's been coming out lately.
You can now, when you're drawing black heroes, it's not far and in between. We're starting to see that everywhere. And how much of that explosion is happening right now?
Yeah, it seemed like it's a lot now. It's really heavy. You see it in live action, you see it in animation, and you're also starting to see it in a lot of anime now. So for me, like, I as a kid, I always wanted to be an animator, and so the comics is just one thing that I show, but I also have lessons on like how to do animation and things of that nature. And I always wanted to see like more, diversity in like animations and anime. And the thing is, today, I would have never imagined seeing as much as I'm seeing happening now. You have like you having more black characters in lead roles, and it's just interesting seeing like how all over the world the influence of black culture is starting to come through animation even more.
Let's go back a little bit. How did you get involved in animation? What you said, you come from a family of animators, so can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I come from a family of artists, and just different various arts. Like my father and my brother are like well-known musicians here in Philly. Um, and my mom, she sings and also do fashion design. My oldest sister, she used to play the violin, and now she's into like making her own customized products. And my other sister, who's also older than me, I'm the youngest of four.
Okay.
Um, she's into like she's like an all around artist. She can draw. She also crochet dolls. Yeah, she even made characters from the series Naruto out of crochet too. She's like multi
Wow.
talented. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah, and she also sing and plays an instrument. So like, yeah, I just come from like a family of artists. The Take family. Here in Philly, mainly known through music, but we also do like different arts and everything. So for me, I was into cartoons, and I think it was in middle school when I played a RPG game by a company known as Square Enix now. They used to be called SquareSoft, called Chrono Trigger. And
Chrono
like
Trigger. Okay.
that game, I was like, oh wow, it would be so nice if this game was a cartoon. And the illustrator was Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
So I was like, yo, I would love, they don't even have to do Dragon Ball, just do this. It got all kinds of seasons and sagas and stuff like that. They can just do Chrono Trigger.
Hmm.
So ever since then, I just wanted to make cartoons because I wanted to see something like Chrono Trigger come to life. And a lot of certain series that I work on kind of like has like that Chrono Trigger influence. Like there's one lead character that fights with a sword, and then I have like an animal character in there and a robot character, kind of similar to the same formula that was in Chrono Trigger. So yeah, that was me. I was just always into like comics and animation and anime. I also grew up on like a lot of Disney films, Don Bluth films. Yeah, I just gathered inspiration from different various animations and cartoons and video games and even movies. You know, I'm a fan of like different movies and stuff like that. That also influences my art.
So when you're picture for us in Philly, growing up in Philly, were you in a good neighborhood? Were you in a what kind of neighborhood were the Tate family?
Uh, we was in North Philly, so yeah, it was rough.
Okay, so you've
um,
seen some hard. Okay, so you see some hard stuff in Philly there. Okay, in that part of
yeah,
Philly.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
But the thing about Philly is that it's not as bad as it used to be, or there's other areas that's like either just as bad or even worse. Um, but sometimes like with the media, Philly is usually portrayed as like it can be like a little hard, a little dangerous.
like
But I
The
know,
Flyers team or something. Yeah.
yeah, right, right. Like I know for speaking for myself, like my own experiences, um, there's things that happen in Philly, and you may experience some things, but for the most part, you'll be out of trouble if you just, keep to yourself and just focus on the things that you have to do.
Yeah, just like the Fresh
And
Prince.
yeah, yeah, right, yeah, exactly,
Carry
exactly.
carry your books in a pizza box.
Right, right. And it's just like what you was mentioning too, like what a lot of inner youth children need is an outlet. They need some sort of a scapegoat sometimes, or they need an outlet where they can like really express their talents.
Yeah.
And I think if there was more programs available to them where they can really use their gifts, we probably see like a little difference in the way Philly is now, or certain parts of North Philly,
Yeah.
um, I should say, will be a little different if there were more outlets for young children, because
Um,
it's a lot of talented people that come out of North Philly alone. Like you can just look at the music artists
right.
that come out of Philly. Like Jill Scott, she was from North Philly.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, Music Soul Child. Even if you look at some of the rappers that came out of like Philly and the rough parts of Philly, yeah, you see, there's a lot of people that's talented.
In the comic world, there are a number of diverse artists. And is there any artists in the comic world that stand out to you? Have you met any, or you've just admired their work?
Yeah, I have. There's a lot of artists that really stood out to me.
Okay.
So for me, I was into the art. I love like different unique art styles. So if I was to name like some of the artists that like really influenced me, it would be Scotty Young. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Scotty. These are kind of, I guess you could say these guys are kind of new. They're like early 2000s,
Yeah.
possibly late 90s, but like mainly like the early 2000s.
Right.
Scotty Young, he worked on, he definitely produced a lot of work for Marvel. I think he worked on like the Spider Boy series.
Ah, okay.
There's Sean Galloway. His work is like phenomenal.
So let's see if I can find some of these guys here. I'm sharing with you on the screen here, and let's. So can you give me the name again?
Okay, so the first guy is Scotty Young.
Scotty Young. Is that okay? Oh, okay. He has an interesting spelling. Is this him?
That's him. Yup, that's
Okay.
him.
Let's see what he's all about. I don't want to refresh. Is there a thing that would have? Is his YouTube stuff that's there?
Let's see. He should have like some of his artwork. I never went on like his YouTube, but you know what? Just hit Google Images. You'll see like more of his
Oh,
work.
okay. I have his. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Let's go back to Scotty Young and Google Images. Okay. Oh, he did Marvel too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He worked on a lot of Marvel work.
Yeah, and he's okay. Oh wow, he's got a lot of stuff there. This is his stuff.
Yeah, that's his work.
Okay. Wow. 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 is um is he known for any because that I'm seeing X-Men there, Deadpool.
Yeah, if you
Did,
scroll down, so that's more like his chibi work. He's probably known for his series called Oz. So if you click on that, the one that's at the top, if you scroll up, yeah, so you see,
this one here?
or you know what, just type in Scotty Young Oz.
Okay.
So I think this was his series.
Okay,
Yeah, he made like his
nice.
own Wizard of Oz for Marvel, released through Marvel.
So when you're looking at this guy's stuff, what what stands out for you that you really like?
I like
Um,
the style. It's different from the traditional Marvel artwork, where it's like all the characters are like super buffed and have like
'cause
highlights on their suits and stuff like that.
I'm looking at the Scarecrow here, and yeah, he's not buffed. Um,
Yeah, right, right.
now, does this look frightening to kids? Because they're looking at this and like, here, can you have a good sleep? Um, and
Yeah, it
this
could
look,
be. I mean, I could definitely see like a little bit of like a Tim Burton feel to his work.
yeah, definitely. Oh, there's influence there for sure. And
Yeah,
is that a Dorothy or that's a guy?
that I'm not sure if that's his. I think you went into Pinterest, so there might be
Oh,
people doing like fan
oh,
art of
here
it
we
there.
go. Here we go. Good reads. He's been reviewed a lot. So
Yeah,
Oz is the series, and it really. Oh, let me get back here. It really looks interesting.
yeah.
This series. Do you see any diversity in this, or for you, when you look at art, do you have to see like, oh, I don't see a black guy, I don't see a Chinese guy? Do you do any checklists, or what do you look at?
So most times I mainly look at the art style. I don't mind if it's no diversity in it, but
Okay, the world itself is okay.
yeah, but I do like to see more diversity in artwork. So like if I was to name some of the black comic artists I like, there's a guy by the name of LaShawn Thomas. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him.
No, and is it sorry, LeSean?
Yeah, LaShawn.
And okay,
It's L-E.
L-E. Okay, it's like a
Yeah,
French.
so he worked on Black Dynamite. He worked on the Boondocks. He also created his own series called
This guy? Oh, okay, the
yeah, that's him.
Boondocks. Okay.
Yeah, he got a
Oh, and he's
series
from
on Netflix
Philly?
called. So he's not from Philly, but his character, interesting enough, is named Philly the Kid.
Oh man, okay,
Yeah,
that's and this
that's
is
a
him.
series that's actually on Netflix.
Okay, good, good. Oh yeah, I think I've been hearing some things about Boondocks a few times on the Black Animators
Yeah, I think he was
group.
the art director for Boondocks.
Okay. Oh, so he's directing other. Okay,
Yeah,
what's
that's his series right there called Cannon Busters.
this one here? Okay. Can
Yeah,
you
and he's
walk
also
walk me through Cannon Busters? What's the premise for this one?
so pretty much it's a series about a girl who's a robot, right? And she's supposed to be like a personal robot to a king. And that's another thing I like about LaShawn Thomas, like the king and the prince are black characters.
Oh
But
man, that's
the
nice.
yeah, she's a personal robot to the prince. And something happened to the kingdom where the prince was kidnapped. And this character here, I think her name is Sam. She's looking for that prince, and she comes across Philly the Kid, and he like helps her, and you see like a whole adventure that they go through trying to find this prince. And of course, the other character, Philly the Kid, he has
Right.
like his own agendas and stuff like that too. So yeah, it's
Ah,
a
so
very
this.
interesting series. And
Okay.
he's actually got another series coming out on Netflix called YUSUKE, which is actually about the black samurai in
Ah, yeah,
Japan.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yasuke's yeah, that's been I guess promoted quite well. So let's just get in there. Um, are you excited? Because
yeah, yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to see like his take on it. I know that he definitely made it into like a fantasy style series, which happens with like a lot of real people. So
yeah.
I'm kind of interested to see like what he's going to do with it.
Well, this picture itself looks really nice, and I
Yeah,
think they did have so Yasuke anime. Yeah, it looks pretty exciting stuff. Did you watch the trailer?
yeah. I've seen the trailer. It looks very interesting.
Let's just have a peek at it, and See if it'll show up here. Usually I'm doing one-on-one interviews, but it's kind of cool to talk with somebody that actually, is pretty hip on this. So let's see if I can get this up. Oh, so it's kind of a teaser trailer. So walk me through anything you think about this. Lots of
Yeah, so
messages.
yeah. So that's pretty much the concept of it right there. Just like you could tell the series gonna be a little bit about his life, but there's gonna be like added things in there to just to make it like more fantasized.
Yeah, and they're getting into like, yeah. Now that character going back there for a sec, he's that guy leading that charge. Um,
Uh
hang on, let me go back a bit. Yeah, that one. Is that him?
no, that's
Oh,
some it looks like
that's
some
some.
sort of demon warrior or something.
So he's gonna be battling demon. Japanese love that, man.
Yeah, I know.
And when you eat your enemy, when you're drinking something out of your enemy's skull, I don't know if I'm
Right.
gonna. I don't know if it's gonna taste good, but
Yeah, right,
um,
right.
but there you go. You're drinking out of your enemy's skull. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, I already killed him. I don't want to. I don't want to remember him every day.
You're right,
Um,
right.
I guess each
Right.
person. I mean, it depends.
Right,
All
so
your
that,
guests come, they can put their goblet on his
so that
CD
you
because
destroyed them.
yeah,
Yeah.
because nobody's buying it anymore. And
Right.
so, can you walk me through any of the images here that you? So this image, like, so it's gonna show him. Do you think it's the story's gonna go back and forth? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing that it's gonna center mostly around him, but there's other prominent characters
Okay,
that's gonna
let's.
be in the series. Like I
I
can't
can.
remember the guy name, but I think he was like the emperor of that area of Japan during feudal Japan during that time.
Okay,
And
if you see him here, and let me know. So, what was going on here? Why is he? Is he on the run or something? Because you see him like wiping his brow. He doesn't look like he's in a good state right now.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know what how he's gonna tell this story. Like all I know is that he has all these fantasy characters in there and stuff like that. And like for me, speaking for myself, like I come from a Christian background too, so I don't watch too many like demonic like anime
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So when I seen that in there, I was like, all right, where he's going with this,
yeah, yeah.
I may try to watch maybe like the first few episodes, but when it starts getting real dark, I don't know. I'll probably just check out the reviews of it or something.
Yeah, yeah, I had the same problem with Game of Thrones, and
Yeah.
also trying to watch it with a girl is not good because they decide, oh, we're gonna have a rape scene. What?
Oh
And
man.
because Game of Thrones doesn't actually tell you what it's gonna do; it just wants to shock you. And when they get here, they want to go here. Um, how much pressure do you think it is to put out content? Like, what if you had a director saying, "We need more." We need to show more nudity towards this, or we need to show a certain amount of demons.
Right.
I want 5% demons in your animation. I don't care what you
Right.
do, but you
I,
know,
I'm glad you asked that. So for me, I decided to go. So I had did internships with Nickelodeon.
oh,
I
that's
also
great.
did an internship with MTV. And like one of the things I learned was that it's probably best for me to go into business as a self-employed artist. And basically, yeah, this is what I chose. Like I went to college for animation and everything, but like when you see what's out there and stuff like that, like
Or what's selling? Yeah,
yeah, with selling, I think is nothing. As far as the entertainment business goes, there's nothing more important than you being true to yourself. So if it's like something that you don't agree with and you wouldn't want to produce, I would rather you stay true to yourself and just lose the job, and just find a way to be wise about it where you won't be blackballed through the industry.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. Because
um,
you can get to the same path, but you're gonna go through
yeah,
all these companies that are gonna blackball you or push you out. And
right,
but I think it does make you stronger. Like, okay,
yeah,
well, and on business or people I've worked for, they're a little bit tough. But I found here in Japan, it's a whole different situation, but maybe the same. When you work for tough people, you find out if I'm tough like this, to run the business. If I'm going to copy their type of business, I might have to
Right.
be tough like this because
Yeah.
their years of experience have made them this plus who they are. That
Yeah.
combination has resulted in this situation, the way they treat people. There's some great people out there, and
Right.
I'm really going to be kicking myself. I can't remember that artist's name. This guy was like, I was growing up, and I was around university, high school time, and yeah, I ran across this guy. He was an artist. I think we met at a convention, and we
Mhm.
became good friends. And it was good. I would come over and chat with him if I had a question about something. And
Yeah.
but having these mentors, I could just call him up, and he worked for Marvel, and he was in my city, and because we met at a convention, and I didn't. There was nothing I was trying to get out of him, like show me
Yeah.
your techniques and secrets, and some of these artists were amazing. One guy. I forgot again. I also forgot the comic book's name. Um, I think it was a Canadian one, but this guy let me draw a signpost.
Oh, okay.
So he was inking. It was another artist. He was inking, and
Yeah.
I just asked him if I can watch some of his work, and he said, "Yeah, it's fine." He was very laid back, and
Uh-huh.
I went and watched his stuff, and he goes, "I got to do something, but I'll let you do something. I'm going to give you the best day of your life." What? 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 Because I kept asking, "How do you ink this?" And he let me ink a signpost.
Oh,
That was the
wow.
only thing I was allowed because someone brought the pencil sketch to him. He inks it and then goes to a color
Yeah.
person. In those days, it
Yeah.
was
That's how it
going
works.
person to person, and I was so proud that I got to ink a sign,
Yeah.
signpost, and yeah, it's sorry, it might sound stupid, but I was very
No, no,
excited.
I could
My
imagine.
works
Yeah.
in Marvel. What's your work in?
Right,
Um,
right.
but
Right.
it's interesting. And what do you think? Also, like the challenge. You said like it's going to be hard to get into work for like Nickelodeon and some of these companies. Like, what about if DreamWorks gets you? DreamWorks and Disney. Disney has a different type of agenda they're introducing, but what
Yeah.
about what are you seeing out there? Like, so these are big players, man.
Yeah, so for me, like like I said, I respect the companies and everything, and like the work that they, some of the what do you call it? How should I
Content and
say?
stuff.
Um, I like them being legends in the game. I should
Yeah.
say. I respect like for what they've done in the animation world and stuff like that. But me personally, I like the self-employed route, or I like being an independent artist route because I won't be in those situations where like they want me to produce something and I'm like, hey guys, I'm sorry, this is against my spiritual beliefs. And then they say no, they're like, oh man, this Sean Tate guy or whatever. So
You
like for
playing ball.
me, yeah, yeah. For me, I like going the independent route where it's just like you produce your own content and you put it out there. And I also produce things for clients. If there's clients that come to me and they need certain things that I can't do, I can just let them know like, oh, I'm sorry guys, I can't produce that for you. And that's basically like what I've been doing now is just like producing like a lot of client work and a lot of my independent stuff too. And
Okay.
yeah, yeah, and it's just um I enjoy it, man. I enjoy that way. It's like I don't have to worry about someone telling me what I can and can't have in my work. And
And you get your reputation, and sometimes you have to be
right,
a trailblazer, and
yeah,
it's not easy. And I on the filmmaking side, I was really surprised that I rarely have people holding hands in any short film I've made.
uh,
Um, I had an idea how to direct them if they had to sit in a bed, but it's good that it never really came up. But I had a technique I was going to use if I have to
yeah,
film it. A couple, I saw, I forgot Steven Soderbergh's movie when with Jennifer Lopez and George Clooney, the robbery movie, and it eludes me for a second. But there was a technique they used where they met each other, talked, and they just like jump cuts, but never showed them nude, and you
right,
kind of knew what happened, but
yeah,
it wasn't carried where you gotta cover somebody's. It's not Game of Thrones
right,
HBO, kind of problem, but it was
yeah,
good though. If that problem came, well, if not a problem, if I had to show a couple, I kind of already imagined the scene, how I would shoot it. Um,
Right.
but yeah, I've never had to come up with, nudity. I didn't have to deal with it, and I don't have. Yeah, it was kind of. I just have people talking. They're doing some action, and
Yeah.
it's fine. And but at the same time, I might have missed some. They want to see some really strange situations.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, and that's the thing. Like I feel like, and I agree with that. Like I feel like there's a way to tell your story and keep it universally friendly.
yeah,
And that's the thing about my work. Like with my content, you won't ever see any demons in it. Um, you won't see any type of explicit type work in there and stuff like that. That's how my work is. So I wanted to cater to like all ages, but the sophistication would definitely be from like ages 13 and on up to adults. But if you was a child, like you probably won't see nothing too graphic for you.
right. So if I'm trying to find your site for YouTube, what's the best way to find? Just I'm putting
You
in your
put
name.
Sean Tate and put demo reel after it.
There we go.
Demo, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And walk me through some of your stuff, your demo reel.
So this is an old animation that I did back in college.
Okay.
So it was a compilation of different things I had to do for what do you call it? I had to do for like different classes and stuff like that. Like this part right here was actually something I had to do for theories of communication class.
Dang, that's a communication.
Yeah, right.
I thought you said you're not gonna put some violence. You put some. Look at all these guns.
Yeah, like I said, that's college me right there. We're talking like man, it's like 10 years ago.
What was the voice you were trying to like look at? I see a lot of influences, like the guns in there. What is that? Like, was that like saying that was what you were around?
I was really hugely influenced by like Quentin Tarantino films.
Okay.
Yeah, things of that nature. But yeah, this one is like really, really old.
And you do have some diverse characters, so you already were looking, and Yoda-ish characters look
right.
How was the grade? How was this received?
Really well, because I was like some of the fewest 2D animators in that school during that time. Most of the other animators was like 3D animators, and it was like a good handful of like 2D animators, including myself.
Wow, interesting. Oh, so you have different things in this. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I'm seeing there's okay. This is the same story or
no, a different story.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it was like some of it was from different classes. Like the first one you saw was like a theories of communication class, and we had to have like a project that had dealt with like the 5 responses for
okay.
It's a failure event. Yeah.
You got, what was that, typing? Nice. What's going on in this animation? Like what are you trying to communicate here? Because it looks like, is it a project? Is it something from Philly that you see?
So this was a series that I actually was working on years ago, and it just dealt with like kids that lived in like like inner city areas, but they knew martial arts.
Okay. So what kind of messages would they have to, or you're trying to convey in these in this series?
This one wasn't no message. It was really just action. It was mainly just
your animation for college, and
yeah,
walking me through. And this one, just kind of you just showed it off, just showing off the animation. No big messages on it.
Yeah, no messages or anything. This was just mainly pertaining to like action.
And this stuff is really hard to show. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, most of my old work was catering towards like anything I seen. I wanted to see like a black version of it. Like I was in the Street Fighter, so I wanted to see black Street Fighter characters because I knew that there was other kids like me that would want to see themselves inside like an action series like Street Fighter. And that's how like a lot of my series are. Like I was in the Star Trek, so I made a series which I'll show you later on. this shows like my action and a character that I'm actually making a series for right now.
Oh, wow, nice, nice. So we get a nice preview of this.
Yeah. I even changed the design of this character, so she doesn't even, her outfit doesn't even look like this anymore. It actually looks like the one that that's in the comic that you have posted up behind you.
Right. Okay. Nice. How hard is it to? Well, I mean, I'm talking to someone that's already went through animation, but what? Give us the idea of the process to get this where it is.
So first, it starts off with storyboarding. Of course, after you have like the story and the concept of what you want to do,
Right.
and then after you storyboard it, you just take the storyboards and pretty much use them as scene layouts. So each panel that if it's not changing represents a scene. And just like for that trailer, I created like a really rough thumbnail sketches of a storyboard for it, and took it and then started sketching up. The next process would be like sketching up all the animation. So most times it looked like either stick figures or basic structure characters moving around doing their motions.
Okay. Let's look at some of your work here, where you're kind of like helping people draw stuff. What's a good one for people to start with when they're thinking about doing animation, like, or to draw a comic? Which one here would be a good start for somebody? Yeah. Okay. Let's look at that. This is like walking through someone to draw together, right? This is what
Yeah.
age group is this for?
This for ages 6 and up.
6 and up. Oh, okay. So
So
this is
very adult.
anybody should be able to do this.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, the old time style.
Yeah.
What
I
do
can't hear the
people?
audio on mine.
Oh, sorry. Let me. Get the supplies ready. Nice. Oh, so you kind of help everybody. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
The basics.
Yup.
So it doesn't have to be a perfect oval.
No.
Oh man, this is good. Anybody can do this, and you can go back and.
And that's the thing that I struggle with, like with teaching a lot of young artists, is that sometimes they always feel that when they first start, it has to be perfect. And I always tell them, like, listen, it's your first time doing it, so it's not going to be perfect. The way it gets better is by experience. So it's the more you do it, the better you're going to be at it. But you can't just jump in and thinking that, oh man, I'm going to be Picasso or Michelangelo when I first do this. It doesn't work that way. It takes time and practice, just like riding a bike.
Right.
Any kid that's able to get on a bike and ride it off the back, they're a genius.
There are some kids that can do certain things right away, but like even that drawing that line like that, you can see, it takes a bit of time. Like some kids can do straight down, but this is good. It just shows anybody can do this. What was the point of the straight line? Is that for symmetry?
Yes. So this is how you keep the face perfectly symmetrical and parallel to each side.
Oh, this looks good. I think a lot of kids can, see this and say, "I can do this," and they see that you erased a few things too.
Yep.
Now, what's that next one? That's for the mouth.
So that's for the nose.
Oh, the nose. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just like you're just half, half, half.
Oh, okay. Half and half. Okay. Okay.
Yep. And same thing for the mouth. That bottom area is going to be cut in half.
I think once kids see this, like anybody can do this.
Yeah.
what's been the response to people when they start doing these? We can even jump a little bit ahead to see. Ooh, we can see some of it coming along. What has been the response to people to when they tried this? Did they find it easy?
Yeah, yeah. I actually had people try it out, and then they one person actually, I think they posted it online,
Oh
and
man.
yeah, they were just surprised. They'd be surprised at like how easy it is just to start off.
Mm. Oh man, this looks good. And I'm just gonna jump ahead a little bit. Okay. So this is good, and this also is great in different ways too because you're seeing the basics not only of animation but of diversity. So it's kind of nice.
Right.
How important has religion been for you, shaping like who you are? Um, just trying to understand like the kind of stuff that you're doing. Um, you definitely have to be careful of the influences you have, but how
Right.
has religion guided you? So you're not definitely going to show nudity and stuff like that. And,
Yeah.
demonic, as we were talking earlier, demonic things big, but
Yeah.
how would you temper that off with what you want to do? Does that allow you to work for Nickelodeon or Disney or Pixar or things like or places, companies like that?
So definitely not. Definitely not. So nowadays, I don't want to get too. I'm gonna try to avoid getting too deep into it, but nowadays a lot of these companies are loosely releasing content, and they're showing things that I really don't. Me and a whole several other people that I had associated with don't believe that they should be releasing on the TV. There's this one series I'm not sure if you're familiar with from Disney called The Owl House, and
No.
yeah, well, good. In this series, they literally teaching children about witchcraft all the way. Like they're not really even holding anything
They're
back. They're
not
like,
playing with it. They're showing it.
they're showing it. It was a point in time where they were like real subtle, but today they're not holding anything back. Like they just, hey kids, here's witchcraft.
Like
So
it's not Harry Potter. It's not like because I used to take a big offense and I had fights with people.
yeah,
Like I just said, you know what? I know what Harry Potter is. I think there's some some spells and stuff, and I was clear what
yeah,
the Bible was trying to say.
right,
And it took me a bit of time to get used to not embracing Harry Potter. I don't embrace the witchcraft and the wizardry,
yeah,
but they have it kind of at a kind of level. You can't download spells. I mean, depends on what kind of groups
right,
you're running with, but
yeah.
there was a level
Well,
that Harry Potter didn't cross over.
yeah. Well, the Owl House, yeah, they took it there and a step further, and
Harry Potter on crack. Okay.
yeah, right, right. Harry Potter
Why are they
nine
doing
thousand.
that? Why are they what do you think the agenda is? I don't think they're just doing it, but why are they what
Yeah.
age group are they hitting that at?
Oh man, man, shows like this is like targeting children. Is
Now you got me curious.
I'll say as young as 9.
What?
Yeah, check out Owl House.
Intro or pilot? Or trailer?
Um,
Trailer. Let's
try
go
the
with the
intro. Try the intro. The intro, in my opinion, is even crazy. But yeah, look at the trailer.
okay, sorry.
Now, mind you, I never even saw the trailer. I saw the intro and I seen like a few clips of it. But now let's see how much the trailer going to show.
Doesn't look so bad.
No, you don't think so? Look at that.
Terrifying fantasy world. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the King of Demons? How old again is this for? How old is this group?
When I seen the clips of it, it seemed like it definitely can reach ages 9 and up.
Oh, it's supposed to. Okay, now they're making it look
The good
cute.
witch in the background, you see that?
Oh, was it? Wait. There's a good witch.
Yeah, that was in the background. It's like a poster. Go back up just a little
Okay.
bit more.
Well, they're kind of predominant. Oh, and you got eyeball drinks. Playing cards. Definitely, they're targeting. That's adult stuff.
Crazy.
Oh, I love Harry Potter. They're saying. Oh, great! Putting hexes on people. How many kids are gonna go to school and try to draw on each other? I saw it on Owl
Right.
House.
Yeah, well, that the trailer was definitely more modest than some of the other things I've seen in it.
Okay, dang. Well, it's what was it? The Owl House Disney Channel. Oh, this one looks a little bit more stronger.
Yeah.
When they're showing this kind of thing, like, what do you think their goal is? What do they want the kids to learn? Like how to fight demons or have an
you know,
imagination?
I really think they're trying to expose young kids' minds to these things, and it's
I
if we
wanted you
learn
to
more
be
about
into demons. Oh,
if we learn more about the creators, like you'll see that a lot of them are like uh they're either atheists or they believe something else, and they have like their little intentions and little agendas that they put in these shows for to like kind of work or desensitize kids' minds to certain things. But long story short, just to make it simple, my content, I don't want to have any of that kind of stuff in there.
right.
I want to avoid I don't mind showing action because I know that people
Oh
are
yeah,
into action. They
I saw
want to
your
see like,
guns. I saw your guns already.
yeah, right.
But you got
Yeah.
swords and
That
stuff.
was many years ago too. Like my recent stuff doesn't it's
Yeah,
more so like swords and more like action fighting and stuff like that.
you're not gonna show the YUSUKE where someone getting chopped in half or anything.
Right. Yeah, no, it's definitely not for this old Snap series. So like this character here, Jazz, her sword, her blade um has it has like two edges. So I was gonna make it where she hits something on her the handle,
Yeah.
and it flips to where it's like she's just hitting somebody as if like something that you'll see on like Ninja Turtles or something.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and then when she want to cut something like let's say there's like a giant bullet heading towards her or a giant cannon, she can switch the blade to cut and she'll split the ball in half.
Oh, so she makes the kind of decisions. What it like something I got to cut through or something I just got to cut. Like
Yeah,
almost like a stick, and that's an interesting thing. It almost
yeah.
gets to
So
the character when we make decisions about certain things. So
right. So this is a series I think you might find interesting if you haven't seen this video already.
right, no, I haven't
So
seen it.
the name of the series is called Old Snap, right? And it's about pirates that sell hair care products. So
That gets right in the
so
community.
there's a character on it that uses an illegally modified hair blow dryer as a gun. There's a girl with blades on her hand named Split Ends. It's a robot named Neutralizer. Everything's centered around like that hair care cosmetic products concept.
That's like oh, there's Wolverine.
That's Split Ends.
Split ends. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
You called split ends. Okay, and that's a hair dryer person.
yeah. Yup, Griff. Using the illegal modified hair blow dryer.
Oh man, but see these are fun, and
Yeah.
the one is a dishwasher or something. No, that's
Well, so he's an indoor maintenance machine. So the inside of him is actually a washing machine.
right. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But these are things you can have fun with, and there's nothing.
Right.
They got their pirate ship that looks like from One Piece, but I'm not going to say anything. But sorry, influence from One Piece. Sorry. Okay. What they just have some adventures in this car and stuff, and wow.
Yeah. And my partner, it's like a team of us that
Oh
was
man,
working
that's
on the
great.
series. So I was the creator of it. Like I created all the just about all the characters. Um, and my partner, my illustration partner, he created like some of the characters too, like some of the villains. He also made the robot Bob, that has like the washing machine inside his stomach, and he also designed the ship. And he's a One Piece fan, so he's responsible.
Okay, and there's the and tell us when you're working with a team, like how do you decide like what if you have the same skill? So walk me through like putting a team together, and is there some difficulty with it?
It can be at times because not everybody's on the same skill level when it comes to certain things, but it's a matter of like placing people where their strengths are.
Okay, and
My
how do
friend
you do?
Henry,
Yeah.
my friend Henry, he's very skilled comic illustrator, and he knows how to mimic my art style. So a lot of times, like
Oh, okay,
um,
that's great.
whenever I'm working on certain projects, I usually get him, or if I have like clients that need certain things done, like comics or a children's book, I hire my partner Henry. And matter of fact, he helped me with like various projects with some high profile clients. Like he helped me produce a children's book for an NFL athlete named Shaw Ferguson from the Jets. And
Oh,
he
that's
also
great.
helped me with, yeah, he also helped me with like two different comic series, one called The Brother, and another one based off of a series called Red Banana.
Wow, you're busy. You're busy. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
Now, is busy good at this time? Like, what do you see in the market for you? Like, are you just, what kind of clients come to you? Because definitely they said, I want you to design a demon slayer, blah blah blah, or something of
They
this.
get turned down.
Yeah, sorry.
They get turned down. Yeah, almost immediately. If it's anything involving a false god, I'm not doing it. If it's anything they got some crazy symbols in it, I don't, I turn it down. Or
Hieroglyphics and okay. So you
yeah,
tell them
yeah,
your parameters, what you're gonna cover, and
yeah.
how
Yeah, and
how's
some people are okay about it. Some get offended. I try to say it in a less offensive manner.
yeah,
But
just say
like,
we have and how do because people might say, oh, I have a right to ask you're working for me, and I have a right to ask you, this I'm the client. How do you deal with that kind of thing?
well, that's the thing is that you have to think of it as like an artist for hire.
Like
So
Fiverr
as
or
an artist for
something.
hire, yeah, like if they let's say hey, you're an animator, I need you to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not the one for the job, because and a lot of times I'll get into detail, like I'll tell them like this is the reason why it's against my beliefs, and sometimes I can just let them know. For the most part, I always try to let them know why, so they won't walk away offended.
Yeah, you might be sharing
Yeah,
as well, and
right.
you never know. You could have directed someone back to God. Thank you for joining me. Discussing comic books. I think we Black Samurai will have to go circle around back to that another time, and I'd love for you to walk me through what you like, what you don't like, and if there's some other animations coming out by the next time we talk, maybe we can prepare and have a picture in picture look at that, and hey, I like that, I don't like that, and it'd be good to
Right.
hear your opinion, what you think is a new trend, what's they're following the same thing. There's a kind of comic book or animation point of view. As a fan, I can say something, but as an animator, you can say something else. And well,
Right.
let's see what we can agree or disagree with. And probably I'm looking at it from like, just the fan view, but it'll be good in the future to look at that. But so
Okay.
thank you so much for joining me today. And yeah, it's been great talking with you. And please join me again for everything. Okay,
Definitely,
everyone, thank
definitely.
you for joining me. And this is Ron in Tokyo, and having a talk with animator Sean Tate.